Hi there, folks. Welcome to Lincoln High School Big Gym in Ellwood City, Pennsylvania, as today we bring you a great matchup here of varsity, junior varsity and varsity volleyball, specifically the Ellwood City Wolverines and the Riverside Panthers. On your screen right now are the records of those two teams. Ellwood City coming into today's action 2-0 on the year so far. And the Riverside Panthers playing 3 games already. They have been very, very, very busy. Unfortunately, losing all 3 matches. So this is their 4th match of the year. A neat, interesting day today, being a great holiday weekend. But this one's scheduled for 11 and 12 today. So we will have the varsity matchup right after the varsity or JV plays. Sorry, we're scrambling a little bit. It was a quick turnaround from last night being out at Union. And
quick turnaround and slight tech issues this morning that are stressing us out.
Right, and we like telling people about what the tech issues are. The streaming program that we run completely changed all the settings within the past 2 or 3 days. There was an update, and, I mean, teachers know this. If there's any time an update that occurs, it freaks you out during the school day. Well, this freaked me out because it's during our live stream. Settings changed. We should be good to go now, so we're back to normal. Basically what it is just brightness on a camera just randomly changed, programmed into our computer. So needless to say, we are good to go. You're going to have to bear with me. The Riverside Panthers roster, wow, if I go and list every single name, it is long-winded. There's at least 20-plus on their roster, so great to see that many players. So we will go through, once this game and match gets underway, we will go through the numbers. It's not ideal, but we're going to try our best as fast as we can. That's the nature of this game on a Saturday afternoon. I know a lot of people are gearing up for the first weekend of college football, but, hey, we've got volleyball, high school volleyball, before that happens. Again, Riverside coming in 0-3. Ellwood City 2-0. A big win, 3-2 over Southside on, I believe, Thursday. Tough one. A lot of things and elements in that game. We're going to recap it once we do a write-up for not only that match and that game and this one as well. So it looks like Riverside's going to take –
Riverside will do the first serve with number 29 serving for Riverside.
Numbers are out of order. 29, Amber Bell.
Number 10 for us tried the dig but did not quite get it.
Yep,
so
Amber
point for Riverside, 1-0.
Again, numbers for Riverside are not in order, so bear with us. Serve is inside the line. That's 2-0 Riverside. Amber Bell, a senior, 5'5" outside hitter for Riverside. We're going to try and get you all the grade levels and everything. I have only gotten through half of it so far. Bell with the serve into the net. And there's the first point of the day for the Wolverines.
Yep, and it looks like number 20 is going to be serving for the Wolverines.
So Ava Lucarelli, she's beside number 11 on that back line, Kira Rozansky. Here's the serve. Good serve there. Nice play by Riverside to get it up and over. Set up by Lucarelli. Nice hit over top by number 4, Schleifele. Front row for Ellwood. They do get it over. Bell hits it over to number 22 there. Good tap up once again. It clears, but it's out of bounds. So it's going to be
I think for Riverside.
Yep. I think they're going to say a net play too.
So next serving for Riverside is number 22.
Okay, number 22, scan down through. Josie Cummings.
Serve into the net, point for the Wolverines.
So officially now 3-2.
Number 4 is going to be serving for the Wolverines.
And at number 4 is Emma Schleifele. I do apologize. I'm going to mispronounce that for a while. I know it's not right still. Great serve by Emma, out of bounds off of the Riverside defender. That'll tie this match 3-3.
Here's Emma's second serve.
High arcing
serve, but it is out of bounds, so point for Riverside, now 4-3. We got a rotation here. Number 12 coming in for number 35 for Riverside.
So number 12 being Kelsey Bush.
Number 18 is going to be serving for Riverside.
And that is Susie Bishop. 29 Bell's out there. I believe number 22, Josie Cummings, is involved. Number 9 being Gianna Mulligan. Number 1,
serve.
Christina
And it's out of
Belinda.
bounds. It ties it up again 4-all.
So back to that 4-4 and a couple
Rotation
rotations.
again. Number 3 coming in for number 18 for the Panthers.
You're going to see a lot of substitutions here for offense, for defense, defense for offense.
Elsie Sturgeon now with the serve for the Wolverines. Up into the rafters. They get it over.
Good punch there on that back line by number 3, Anarumo. It falls on
And
the
point
Riverside
for
side.
the Wolverines now 5-4.
So Wolverines taking the lead here, battling back. It's now 5-4. Serving for the Wolverines will be number 7, Elsie Sturgeon, sophomore, 5'5".
Serve.
Back line row there, set up by Riverside. They do get it over, but out of bounds.
So the point for Wolverines now 6-4.
So 6-4 lead for the Wolverines. Sturgeon once again with the serve here. Line drive, gets it over that back line, set up by Riverside. Taps it up and over. Reset by Wolverines, and unfortunately, Amber McQuistion was setting it up, and a little miscommunication there. That'll give me a point for Riverside, 6-5 now.
So we got a rotation, number 9 coming out and number 8 coming in for the Panthers.
8 will serve. That's Kaylee Stufen. So Kaylee will serve, unfortunately, into the net, and that makes it now 7-5 Wolverines.
That's what? 3 serves now into the net for the Panthers.
I don't blame him, because volleyball is almost like tennis, where if you hit it too hard, it's going to go out of bounds. So you got to be right in that nice, ample area.
Number 44 serving for the Wolverines.
That's Genovese Miller. So Genovese gets it in. Good serve. Backline, I think it's just out of bounds.
Yep.
It was close. That was very, very close, but out of the bounds. That was 8-5 Wolverines. First set here, JV matchup.
Serve.
Middle row there for the Panthers. Comes to the front net. They do get it up in the air, but unfortunately that's 3 hits, so it does not clear. Point for the Wolverines, now 9-5. So Genovese Miller, a sophomore, 5'1", defensive specialist, and a server as well.
Serve.
Good contact, goes off the wickets. Number 22, Josie Cummings, and now all of a sudden Wolverines have doubled up the Panthers, 10-5.
Here's a serve from Vessa Miller.
High arcing this time, drops into the pocket. Riverside does scramble, but they do get it up and over. Reset by Miller. Tapped up and over by number 20, Ava Lucarelli, and all of a sudden it's 11-5. So the Wolverines started a little bit sluggish. All of a sudden, 6 to 7 points here. Take that 11-5 lead. Miller with the serve. And I jinxed it.
Point for the Panthers now 6-11.
Riverside wearing their, we like to call them neon green and black jerseys. Flip side, Ellwood with the blue. So green versus blue, like what we like.
Number 1 with the serve for the Panthers.
Good serve by Valencia. Back row scramble by the Wolverines. Good attempt by them, but too far back. Point for Riverside. Again, Christina Valencia is a freshman, 5'2". Good serve by Valencia. Set up for the Wolverines. Miller. Back row there by Riverside. Set up, tapped over by Bell, but swing and a miss.
To the net.
Yep.
So point for the Wolverines. Now 12-7. Number 10 will be serving for the Wolverines. That was Lucarelli, right?
Nope, Amber McQuistion.
Double
10, you get Lucarelli. So
right,
serving the net. Yep.
Point for the Panthers, and we got a rotation. Number 18 coming in for number 3. And
18.
number 21 coming in for 29.
It's 18, Susie Bishop coming in, and 21. I want to say it's the first time we saw her today, Ariel Williams.
And number 12 with the serve for the Panthers.
Kelsey Bush comes to the official. He didn't react to it, which is kind of interesting. He didn't even move, didn't flinch.
Another rotation, number 35 coming in for number 12 for the Panthers.
So 35 is Avery Bender, freshman, 5'3".
Now Rosansky with the serve for the Wolverines.
Fast-paced movement here and a lot of substitutions real quick, folks. Riverside, unfortunately, doesn't get it over in 3 hits. It's now 14-8. So serving now is Rosansky, junior, 5'3". Line drive serve, good side off the far end there, and it goes out of bounds off of Riverside. Point for the Wolverines, 15-8.
Here's served by Rosansky.
So once again, folks, goes to 25 points, win by 2. Drops in for an ace by Rosansky. And it's now officially 16-8.
Another rotation here for the Panthers. Number 10 coming in for number 35.
And that is number 10, McKenna Patton. So once again, a defensive move here. They got to get a couple points back, so that back row for Riverside. Served by Rosansky. Line drive right in that back pocket. Off of number 1 there. Valencia out of bounds. 17-8. We saw this Wednesday night. The serving by Ellwood has been on point so far. Rosansky with the serve. Line drive, back row, set up here by the Panthers. Nice tap over by number 22, Cummings. Set up for Miller, swing and a miss. Unfortunately, doesn't get it over. Point for Riverside.
Now 9-17, and we got a rotation. Number 9 coming in for number 8. And number 21 with the serve.
So I'm looking at the roster here for Riverside. A lot of freshmen on that roster.
Serve into the net. Point for the Wolverines, now 18-9. And we got number 20 is Luke Rowley, right?
Yes.
Okay. Number 20 will be serving, and number 29 came back in, I believe,
Okay.
for the Panthers.
Riverside, I've just counted, they have 15 freshmen on this team. It's a good setup there by Valencia. Over
Gets
to Bell.
over.
They do get it over that front line for Riverside. Back over, tap back down. Nice play there by number 18 for Riverside, Susie Bishop. That'll make the scores 18-10. So nice awareness on that front line by Bishop to just tap it down into no man's land.
Number 22 now serving for Riverside.
So Josie Cummings. Nice arc there. Middle area. Set up for Vignovich. She'll get it up and over. Nice play there. Front line for Riverside. Tapped up off the wall. Vignovich gets it back over. Good attempt by Vignovich, but unfortunately out of bounds. Point for Riverside. Again, Vignovich. Kyla, number 23, sophomore, 5'1", outside hitter for Ellwood.
Here's the serve.
Nice spiral serve there off of Rosansky over the line. Nice play once again. The second time we've seen that. Susie Bishop taps it down. And Riverside saying we can serve too. 18-12. Oh, no.
Net play against Riverside, so that point was for the Wolverines, now 19-11.
Yeah, so net violation there, unfortunately, by number 18, Bishop. Point for the Wolverines. Line drive serve by Emma off the rafters, and it falls. And this is something that we're going to have to talk about. It can hit the rafters. It's
on
still,
your side.
Yeah, if it hit the rafters, it's still in play. You've got to go after it, and that's just the home court advantage for the Wolverines.
Number 4 with the serve for the Wolverines.
Good serve by Emma. Front row there, Valencia. She'll get it up and over. Tapped up by Lucarelli. McQuistion, and that's not the way you want to be facing. You want to go the opposite direction. You saw the bench there, head coach Jenna Retrudy saying, no, turn around.
So we got another rotation. Number 12 coming in for number 10. And then number 18 is serving for the Panthers.
So Susie Bishop, we've seen her at that front row. Got some length on her. Fortunately, goes right underneath the net. Point for the Wolverines.
Now 21-12, another rotation. Bishop goes out, and number 3 comes in. And then Elsie Sturgeon going to be serving for the Wolverines. Number 7.
Elsie, one of the many sophomores on this team. Good serve off of number 22, Josie Cummings, out of bounds. And it's now 22-12.
Another rotation, number 4 coming in for number 22.
First time we've seen number 4, Alyssa Weimer. Again, 25 points, win by 2. Waiting for a whistle here. Not sure what's going down. Okay, we're good to go. Here's a serve by Sturgeon. Back row, deep, catches number 4. Weimer off guard, point for the Wolverines. I tell you what, that's the way you do this. When there's a substitution, I know it's not trying to pick on somebody, but when you're sub back in.
We say the same thing with basketball.
Right.
As soon as you get
go
subbed
right to
in, you get the ball.
Exactly.
All right, here's the serve from Elsie.
Line drive serve by Sturgeon. Up into the rafters. That is going to be a point for the Wolverines because it can't hit the rafters and over. It has to be last touched by Riverside.
And just like that, we're at set point for set number 1. 24-12 in favor of the Wolverines.
Here's a serve by Sturgeon. Corner pocket. Nice setup here by Riverside off of the net. It will fall, and the point goes to Ellwood.
Wolverines get the first set, 25-12.
So 25-12 for the JV match. EC's up 1-0. With that being said, we'll take a short little break here and bring you second set action here from the Lincoln High School Big Gym. All right, folks, welcome back here to the Lincoln High School Big Gym as it's Riverside versus Ellwood City here. Ellwood did win that first set. I believe it was 25-12. Riverside came out strong right off the bat. Liked what Riverside did there, the first 5 points, 4 to 5 points, and unfortunately for them, Ellwood serving, that's going to be a key factor this year for Ellwood. They're not very lengthy. They're not the quickest group on reaction time per se, so serving is going to be key.
Speaking of serving, Ellwood gets the first serve. Elsie Sturgeon with the serve. And it's a point for the Wolverines to start off the second set.
Yeah, unfortunate play there off the net for number 9, Gianna Mulligan, but that's part of the game. You hit the net, it stays on that side. It's still in play.
Yep, hit the net, and then she hit it out of bounds. So here's the second serve of the second set.
Good contact there by Riverside. Finding the hole was number 22, Josie Cummings, and it's now 1-1.
And Cummings will now serve for the Panthers.
So Josie with the serve and the point, you get rewarded. Nice serve by Josie. Set up here for Ellwood front row. Elsie hits it back to Rosansky. She taps it up and over. Punch here by Riverside. Oh, good attempt by number 18, Susie Bishop, and number 9, Gianna Mulligan. Unfortunately,
but 4 hits.
Yep.
Point for the Wolverines.
I tell you what, folks, I'm liking the action here for Riverside. They're fairly new group to organized team.
Number
volleyball.
4 with the serve, and it's out, so point for Riverside. Now 2-all.
So 2-2. Emma Schlaffi with that serve, unfortunately out of bounds.
So number 18 checks out, number 3 checks in, and number 10 checks out, and 12 checks in.
So Anarumo will be serving. Olivia is a freshman, number 3. Here's a serve, up and over. Good set up by Emma, tapped up by Elsie. All the way over to Miller. She does get it up and over for Ellwood. Riverside sets it up. Nice contact. Unfortunately, drops to the ground. Number 12, Kelsey Bush. The point will go.
But they're saying point Riverside.
Oh,
I think they called net play.
Okay, so net
either
play.
Either net play or 4 hits. But they called point Riverside.
Yeah, it's got to be net play, I believe, because they did get it over in 3.
Okay, so they called the net play on.
Yeah, it's kind
of Miller.
Right. It's kind of hard because the official on this side is kind of blocking it, but there are areas where you cannot hit the net. Good set up by Vignovich. Over to Miller, tap up and up. Good play by Riverside to scramble. They make the nice up and over. Set up by Elsie over to McQuistion. Nice contact. Riverside staying with it. Set up by Emma. Over to Elsie, over to Miller. Nice contact. Back row for Riverside. Oh! Number 3 and number 1, Christina Valencia and Olivia Anarumo. Nice play on that far side, but
and a good rally going.
Yeah, good hustle, just not enough.
Checking in for the Wolverines is number 21, Delaney Sturgeon, and she will serve.
So number 21, Delaney Sturgeon, sophomore, 5'9".
Here's the jump serve.
Good jump serve. Nice ace right off the bat for Sturgeon. Talk about coming in and making a difference. Now 4-3. Delaney, one of the front rows that you're going to see in the varsity matchup because Ellwood's got 3. We're going to have a timeout here. Ellwood's got 3 very lengthy and tall players, and Delaney, Morgan, and Claire Noble you'll be seeing in that varsity matchup.
And Claire Noble, you actually see on the camera right now. She's one of the flagmen for this JV matchup.
We'll stay here and we'll talk about a couple things here. We'll talk about what has happened this past week. If you watched last night's broadcast, Ellwood's football team traveled to Union and put up a very good, hard-fought game. There was a moment in that match or this game where it could have been a touchdown late by Ellwood and maybe a 2-point conversion. Maybe we're talking a 14-14 game with about 5 to 6 minutes left in that one, but unfortunately, Wolverines fumbled in the end zone, and Union scored. They lose 20-6, but with that being said, this is the most competitive we've seen them in the past 4 or 5 years. So,
well, I know we were both listening to the show. Don Rebel said 5 Whippeal overtimes.
Yeah, last night was crazy. Yeah.
And I guess Whippeal changed the way they did scheduling to make it more competitive for these non-conference games.
Yeah, the non-conference games are based upon how you do the year before. They changed it now.
Nice serve by Delaney Sturgeon for a point for the Wolverines.
Yep, so back to action here for volleyball. Again, varsity matchup will be at noon right after JV. It's a good serve by Delaney, now 5-3.
There's the jump serve.
Good contact once again. And Delaney coming in 3 points in a row. It's now 6-3 Wolverines. Served by Sturgeon. High arcing back row. Hits number 22, Josie Cummings. Unfortunately out of bounds.
I will say If she didn't hit that, I think that would have
Yeah,
gone
that would have been out of bounds
anyway,
that's
and it would
tough.
have been Riverside's point.
You see a ball coming right at you, you have to have that quick determination. Either it's going to be out or it's going to be in.
Served by Sturgeon.
Gets set up by Riverside,
the
hits
rafters.
the rafters, and that's still in play. So point for the Wolverines, now 8-3. And Delaney has come in and 5 straight serve points, now 8-3. Delaney's going all the way back to the back row line of letters on the serve.
Into the net for that one, so point for the Panthers, and we got some rotations coming.
Number 6 will be checking in. That's her first time. That is Sarah Kalin.
Number 6 for number 4.
I think we're going to have another substitution. That's going to be number 14. That's her first time.
14 for number 8, I believe.
And that's Delane. I want to say Delane. Let me see here. Delana Fox. There we go.
And she will be serving.
All right. There's a serve. Nice serve by Riverside. Set up over. Unfortunately, that's going to hit the rafters. That's a point for Riverside. Again,
we've said it. There's not often you see rafters on Ellwood's side, which, as we said, is the home.
Right. That's the home advantage.
It
cannot hit the rafter and go up and over. Riverside once again. Nice serve there. Tapped over by Miller. Hits the net. No good. It's now 8-6.
Far enough.
So Riverside battling back here. They're keeping it strong here after 5 points straight by Ellwood. Back row set up by Delaney. Over to Elsie. Back over to Emma. She gets it up and over. Set up by Riverside's front row. Tapped up and over by number 12, Bush. That's good set up. Emma back over to Riverside side. Front row set up here. Going to need a tap. Does get it up and over. That's good by Riverside. Far side, Rosansky will punch it up and over. Unfortunately, right back down. Point for Riverside. So nice rally by both teams there, but Riverside with the point.
Serve.
Last second there, yelling from the bench out.
I agree with her team. That would have been out, but
yeah,
she
it was
played
out.
on it.
Right, it was out, but it has to be quicker than that. Here we go once again. Quick action. Elsie does get it up and over. Set up on the Riverside side. Front row going to be tapped up and over by number 6. That was Kaylin. Amber McQuistion too far, and just like that.
Riverside now takes the lead, 9-8.
That's, what was that, 6 straight points now by Riverside. Good serving by number 14, Delana Fox. Out of bounds again, but still being played. Sturgeon
Delaney
hits it
into the net. Point for the Panthers, now 10-8.
Right. Ellwood has to get back to their scoring ways. Fox comes close to this side now for serving. Off of Delaney's arm, back row. Elsie just short. Good attempt by.
That would have been real nice.
Yeah, good attempt by the Sturgeons and Miller. Point
timeout
for Riverside.
Wolverines.
So we'll take a timeout with them. Riverside, 8 straight points, 11-8 lead. All right, folks, welcome back here to the Lincoln High School Big Gym. JV matchup as of right now for volleyball. Riverside Panthers, 8 straight points in a row, have taken a 11-8 lead in this one.
Serve by number 14. That was out. Point for the Wolverines.
And that is something that we have seen all season long. I know it's only been 3 matches, but every time there's a timeout, the team that's serving doesn't get the point.
And we just had a rotation. Number 29 came back in for number 14. And number 44, Vessa Miller, is serving for the Wolverines.
Good serve, back section there by Bell, tapped up by number 1 there.
And it's out, point for the Wolverines, now 10-11.
Yep, so unfortunately off of Christina Valencia, one of the freshmen on this team. That'll make the score now 11-10. And like I said, now the timeout, advantage Ellwood.
Here's the serve.
High arcing serve, drops, nice serve by Miller. And just like that, we're evened up, 11-11.
Here's the serve by Ellwood.
Good serve by Miller, but a little far. It was going to be out of bounds, but touched by number 3, Olivia Anaruma. And the point will go to Ellwood as 4 straight points now.
Anarumo.
Yep, Anarumo.
We had a Cheyenne Anarumo that I graduated with.
Yep. Back row serve once again. Set up here by Panthers. They do get it up and over by number 6 there, Kaylin. Far side, Rosansky. Back up again. I think they're going to say net violation by the Panthers.
Yep.
And that's
by number 1,
yeah.
Valencia, I believe you said.
Front row for Riverside's doing pretty good. It's always no man's land in the front of the net and then in between. They're doing as best as they can.
So here's the serve into the net. Point for the Panthers now 12-13. And looks like number 1, Valencia, will be serving for the Panthers.
So again, Christina Valencia, one of the freshmen for Riverside. Good serve. Back over to Riverside. Back to Miller. Up to Elsie. In no man's land. Miller does get it up and over. Set up by Riverside front row. Tap up and over by number 12, Kelsey Bush.
Wolverines.
But out of bounds. So 14-12. Let's say with a 2-point lead.
Number 10 now serving for the Wolverines.
Amber McQuistion, line drive serve in, and an ace for
Just
Amber.
Barely in.
That's
was real
perfect.
Close to the line.
I liked it. Line drive, a little bit deceiving because you don't know what's going to happen. Good serve by the freshman, 5'6", Amber McQuistion.
Serve.
Once again, just out of bounds.
No, just in.
Wait, hold on. I think they're.
It was just in.
Okay, so they're going to say in.
Wolverines.
Okay. So 16-12 now in favor of the Wolverines. Here's the serve. McQuistion high arcing, back row off of Bell, out of bounds. And all of a sudden, McQuistion, 4 serves in a row. It's now 17-12. And looks like a timeout for Riverside.
By Riverside. And I will say Riverside read that well because that's 3 serves in a row to the same exact spot.
Yeah.
So they corrected and had someone there.
Right. Amber Bell shifted over, one of the seniors on this team. Riverside has, 2 seniors on the team. That's Carly Sterner and Amber Bell, number 29, who we are seeing here. Again, 15 freshmen. This team for Riverside, I don't know exactly what happened. I don't want to say they disbanded, but I know they had a team for a while there. I think the numbers were low and they didn't have enough interest. And for a couple years there, they disbanded. Last year they played as a club. Whitfield always requires teams to do 1 year as a club, and now they're back at it as a team. So 17-12 lead here. Ellwood City kind of pulling away once again. Late in the second set here. Again, at the JV level, it's a best of 3. So if you win 2 sets, you will pick up the victory. Substitution coming in, number 9, Gianna Mulligan, a junior for Riverside. And serving will be once again McQuistion. Line drive, backside pocket. Good serve, tapped up and over, and I think they're going to say net violation.
Net play, yep. Net play against number 22. So another point for the Wolverines. 18-12 now.
So McQuistion here, 5 to 6 points in a row for the Wolverines. High arcing, that's a little bit deep. She got down. Woo.
Very good read on that one.
So nice play by number 9 there. Mulligan to, that's funny, Mulligan. She took a mulligan and she dropped down. I tell you what, that is awesome.
So point for Riverside, and number 18 came in for number 3. And number 12 will be serving for the Panthers.
So freshman Kelsey Bush, nice serve there, back row. Tapped up by Elsie, going to be punched up and over by Emma. Emma gets it over to the Riverside side. Fortunately, swung at and missed by Josie Cummings. Point for the Wolverines. Now 19-13.
Another rotation, number 10 coming in for number 12.
To McKenna Patton, one of the sophomores for Riverside.
Rosansky, number 11, serving for the Wolverines.
Line drive serve, back row there. Good play there by Valencia. Up in the rafters, tapped up and over. I like that. Number 18.
Straight to no man's land. Point for Riverside.
Susie Bush. I tell you what, that's like the third or fourth time we've seen her. There's no, I wouldn't say she's the tallest player, but all she does is get up, push it right down.
Number 6 with the serve.
Nice play here by the Wolverines. They do get it up and over. Hit there by, tapped down by, I believe.
Net play.
Oh, we're going to say net play.
The Panthers.
Yep, so nice play by Delaney to get it up and over, just unfortunately running into the net at the same time.
All right, so number 6 with the serve once again.
Yep, so Kaylin with the serve there. Set up here by Elsie, over to Delaney, up and over. Good contact by Riverside. Oh, good try by number 6, Sarah Kaylin, but unfortunately doesn't get it over the net. 20-15 lead.
Elsie Sturgeon, number 7, now serving for the Wolverines.
Again, up to 25, win by 2. Wolverines looking to close it out. Nice serve by Elsie. Right back to Rosansky, back row. Up by Delaney. Nice play by the Wolverines. Riverside gets it up and over. Unfortunately, Emma just a little too short on the punch up.
They're calling a carry on the Wolverines.
Okay.
So point for the Panthers.
I wondered. I thought it was not going to get over. It did actually, but like you said, Dakota, it was a carry.
So number 22 now with the serve for the Panthers.
Serve by Josie. Found a little bit of a hole. Ellwood does get it up and over. Riverside tapped up. Off of Miller. Back row Elsie. Now by Emma. She'll get it up and over. Back row for Riverside. Up by Kaylin. Good play by Riverside. Back over to Ellwood's side. Punched up by Emma. Good rally here by both teams. Front row for Riverside. Off the wall, and it's going to fall. Nice play by number 21, Delaney Sturgeon. Point for the Wolverines.
Wolverines now 21-16. And we got a rotation. Number 23 coming in for Delaney. That's Kayla, right?
Yep, Kyla Vignovich.
Okay.
So Vignovich back in. Serving
Number
is
4.
Emma. Good contact, but unfortunately out of bounds by number 22, Josie Cummings. And the Wolverines just 3 points away from picking up their third victory and going 3-0 in the JV level.
Here's the serve by Emma.
Good contact. Back over to Ellwood's side. Set up by Rosansky. Over to Elsie. She'll punch it up and over. Riverside does scramble. Once again by Elsie. This time, Riverside just can't get it up. Nice attempt by number 9, Gianna Mulligan. And number 6, Sarah Kalin, as well as number 18 over there for Riverside.
But point for the Wolverines, now 23-16. Here's the serve by Emma.
Back row there, set up by Riverside. Front row Valencia. Going to be punched up and over. Nice contact by Susie Bush. Back to the Wolverine side. Punched up by Elsie, does clear. Front row once again. This time Bush farther back off of Emma, and unfortunately out of bounds. Point for Riverside.
All right, so 17-23. We got one rotation.
Yeah.
Number 12 coming in for number 10, and then number 18 will be serving for the Panthers.
So here's a serve by Susie Bishop, down 6. Line drive, back row, set up by the Wolverines. Wolverines do get it up and over. Front corner there, Rosansky to Elsie. Back over to Rosansky, she'll punch it up and over. Riverside off the net, they still can make it. Good play by Riverside. Elsie will set it up for no man's, fortunately, it's a little bit of a scramble. Point for Riverside.
Yeah, no one called off, so
Yep.
Emma and Rosansky kind of ran into each other there, and ball fell.
So nice rally there by Riverside. Susie Bishop once again will be serving.
18-23.
Good contact in play, and it falls. Ace for Susie Bishop. It's now 23-19. This may be the longest delay in the game we've had this set. Just to roll the ball back.
Right, here's the serve.
Served by Bishop. Back row, nice play by Emma. Front row, Riverside. Set up by Elsie over to Miller. She'll get it up and over. Back over to Riverside. Here's their setup. Punch over. It's going to fall. Nice play by number 12, Kelsey Bush. It's now 23-20. Riverside fighting back. Still more to do, but hey, 23-20.
Here's the serve.
Served by Bush. Line drive. Hit up by Rosansky. Vignovich up for no man's land. Communication. Yep.
Oh, double hit. Sorry.
Communication breakdown. A little bit of a Led Zeppelin reference there. 23-21. Riverside back in it.
Here's the serve.
Good serve. Vignovich up. It's going to clear the net. Back over to Ellwood's side. Elsie over to Miller. Nice swing there. Nice pocket swing by Genovesa Miller. Finds the hole.
Point for the Wolverines now. Set point and game point opportunity here.
Yep, so set and match point for the Wolverines here in the JV level.
So we got a rotation here.
Yep,
Delaney Sturgeon comes in for Kyla.
Yep.
And
why not?
I think number 18 checked out on Riverside side. Here's Delaney's serve.
Line drive serve there by the Wolverines. Front row for Riverside. They scrambled. They do get it up and over. Set up by Elsie. Over to Rosansky. Swing. Back row. Through the rafters. Still nice scramble by Riverside. They get it up and over. Set up by Delaney. Nice play by Sturgeon. Over to Rosansky. Tapped over once again. Scramble through the rafters. Still in play, and it falls.
Nice attempt at a save there by Riverside. But with that, that is game and set point. 25-21 in favor of the Wolverines. Your JV Lady Wolverines are now 3-0 in their season.
Yeah, how about that? Great start for the Wolverines, not only at the varsity level, but I tell you what, this JV group is doing fairly pretty good as well. So a little bit different time schedule here, so we usually have an extra half hour. With that in mind, we've got about 15 to 18.
Well, we got 30 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit of a late start here. They're going to do about 15 minutes for each team. So we'll chime back in within probably about 5 minutes before the top of the hour, just kind of give you an update of where the varsity matchup is going to set up time-wise. But nonetheless, we will have the live stream of the varsity matchup here, so stick with us. Grab some coffee, set up for college football, if you will, later on if you're sitting at home. I know that's where I'm headed right after this because Michigan's playing this afternoon, so there's that. So we'll take a little bit of break. Final score in the JV matchup, 2-0. Ellwood City picks up the win. They go to 3-0. We'll have varsity matchup here live next. We'll take a little bit of a break. Come back to Lincoln High School Big Gym. All right, folks, welcome back here to Lincoln High School Big Gym. It is noon. It is 12 o'clock on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Of course, we're inside, but I know once we're done here, I'm going to be definitely doing some work outside. We just want to give you an update. We got about 13 minutes on the clock. So this match, the varsity level match, will start about 12:13. So we're going to take a little bit of a break here, and we'll bring you action of the varsity matchup in about 13 minutes. You'll see an intro. Just like I said, get ready for college football, but we have one thing beforehand. So we'll take a little bit of a break, 12:13. Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Lincoln High School Big Gym here in Ellwood City, Pennsylvania. I'll say good afternoon. We can officially say it is afternoon here on this Saturday afternoon. My name is Brad Windhorst. Yep, my name is Brad Windhorst alongside Dakota Marshall for Ellwood City Sports. Today we've got a great matchup. It is the varsity level of volleyball between Ellwood City Wolverines and the Riverside Panthers. Riverside Panthers come into play 0-3 on the year. Their first week here of action. They've already got 3 matches in. This will be the 4th one. Ellwood, this is their 3rd game. They just defeated Southside on Thursday, 3-2. On Wednesday, they defeated Ambridge in straight sets. So Riverside coming in as kind of like a new team. When you start back into a program, you have to take 1 year as a club and then eventually build in. So this is their official first year back. Competing-wise, on the flip side, Ellwood trying to look back at what they've done in the past 2 years. They're going to also try to get further this time into playoffs. So we'll get a little bit of some intro stuff out of the way here. Announcer for today's game is Gary Zansky. So the first thing we'll have here is the national anthem real quick, and then we'll have the starting lineups for both teams.
All right, we'll get ready for some starting lineups.
Yep, so starting lineups, we'll start with the visiting team, Riverside. We'll see how this goes. All right, here we go. Number 29, Amber Bell, the senior, 5'5" outsider. Let's
18.
see. Number 18, that's Susie Bishop.
Number 12.
Number 12, Kelsey Bush.
22.
Number 22, Josie Cummings. All 3 so far, freshmen.
14.
Number 14, sophomore Delana Fox. Number 2, Alora George, freshman.
Libero.
Number 33, Elliot Hardy, a freshman.
6.
Number 6 is Sarah Kalin, junior for Riverside.
Number 3.
Number 3, Olivia Anarumo, freshman.
Number 5.
Number 5, Madeline Prestia, junior.
Number 11.
Number 11, freshman Isabella White.
Number
7, Brooke Doherty, junior for Riverside. So there's your official roster there for the varsity level for Riverside. Now your starting lineups for your Ellwood City Wolverines. Starting
number
off,
20.
Number 20, freshman 5'4", Ava Lucarelli.
21.
Number 21, sophomore 5'9", Delaney Sturgeon.
Number 11.
Number 11, junior 5'3", Kiera Rozansky.
Number 12.
Number 12, junior 6 foot, Claire Noble.
Number 24.
Number 24, senior 5'6", Alyssa Donnelly.
Number 13.
And number 13, senior 5'10", Morgan Hooker. The head coach for the Wolverines is Jen Ricciuti. The assistant coaches are Justin Bennett, Joe Ricciuti, Julian Kahn, and Michelle Nacera. So again, Wolverines are looking to start the year off 3-0, and this is a big one for both teams because this is your first conference matchup of the season.
Correction for you, it is not number 3 for Riverside, it's number 9.
Okay, so number 9, Gianna Mulligan. All right.
It was a little hard to read the jersey.
It is.
All right, if you missed the JV matchup, Ellwood City won 2-0 over the Riverside Panthers, which brings the JV team to 3-0.
Yep. And the varsity team is looking to match that level of play. We saw it Wednesday night against Ambridge. Serving has been the forte for Ellwood in the past couple of years, and no doubt that's going to be something that's going to either make or break it this year. And so far we've seen the serving has been really darn good. Some communication. I mean, that comes with a very young youth team, but expect Ellwood to build each match and whatnot going forward. All right, so both teams are on the court. The officials are going to check for rotation and numbers just to make sure those match up. If they don't match up, that's when they can award points and so forth.
All right, Ellwood is going to start us off with serving.
All right,
so number 20.
Yep, so Ava Lucarelli, the freshman, will start off for the Wolverines. Line drive serve with a lot of speed to it. Front row for Riverside, tapped over the wall. Set up by Delaney Sturgeon. All the way over to Morgan. I think they're going to say a double hit.
Double hit on Ellwood. First point goes to the Panthers. And like that, we have number 6 for the Panthers serving.
And that will be Sarah Kalin.
Serve.
Here's her serve. Back row there to Donley. Set up by Lucarelli. Back over Donley. It falls right in front.
Point for the Wolverines, now 1-all.
So good attempt there by number 2, Laura George, but fortunately falls right in front of her. We are squared up, 1-1.
Now serving for Ellwood is number 12, Claire Noble.
Claire, one of the juniors on the team, 6 foot, front row for sure. Good serve there out of bounds, and the Wolverines will take a 2-1 lead.
Here's served by Claire.
Okay, I think we're going to have a little miscommunication. Okay, let's see if this one's going to count or not.
So there was supposed to be a rotation that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Libero was stepping out.
Let's see what they're going to say here. Whistle was a little bit slow. Okay, so is it going to be a point or
rotation error against the Panthers?
Right.
Point for the Wolverines. Here's the serve by Claire.
So Claire back row off of number 18 out of play, Susie Bishop, and that's now 4-1. Yeah, rotation does matter. I know it didn't matter in gym and high school level. It does matter here at the varsity level, team sport-wise. Good serve by Claire once again. Scramble by Riverside. They got to get it up and over. Unfortunately, hit short by number 33, Elliot Hardy, and the score is now 5-1.
We got another rotation. Number 9 coming in for number 18 for the Panthers.
So Gianna Mulligan comes in for Riverside.
Here's the serve by Claire.
Good serve on this close side. Set up the front row. Tapped over by number 14. Good hit by Fox. Back over once again by Wolverines. This time number 33, Hardy gets it over, and it falls.
Point for the Panthers, now 2 serving 5.
So good hit there by number 33, Elliot Hardy, freshman, 5'7", probably one of the tallest players
now
on the court.
Number 11 serving
for Riverside. Good serve there, set up front row, tapped up and over, but unfortunately they're going to say a double hit there by Wolverines. Point for the Panthers.
So number 11 serving once again for the Panthers.
It's Isabella White, freshman, 5'3". Good contact, back row, set up by Noble. Up by Lucarelli, over to Hooker, off that front wall there. Reset and scramble by Riverside. Unfortunately, short hit there by number 6. Kalin doesn't make it across. Point for the Wolverines.
I thought we were at 4 hits already, but all right, number 11, Rosansky now serving for the Wolverines.
So here's a serve by Rosansky. Line drive, good serve, back row. Set up by the Panthers. Going to be tapped up and over. It falls. Good hit by Delana Fox for the Panthers. Makes the score 6-4.
And we got a rotation. Number 18 coming in for number 9.
It's 18 being Susie Bishop.
And
Checking
number 14 is going to be serving.
So 14, Delana Fox. High arcing serve, back row, set up by Noble. Up by Rosansky. They're going to have to get it up and over. Hooker does. Back row for the Panthers. Set up at the front wall. Nice contact, but too far.
Point for the Wolverines, now 7-4.
That was hit by Susie Bishop.
It looks like number 13, Morgan Hooker, is going to be serving now for the Wolverines. Here's the serve.
Good serve, back row there. Good set up by the Panthers right at the wall. It falls. Hit by number 5, I believe, Madeline Prestia. It falls and point for the Panthers.
And looks like number 33, is going to be serving.
Yep, Elliot Hardy. Gets back up and over. Delaney will hit it off the net there. Unfortunately, falls on Wolverine side. Point for Riverside.
Here's the serve.
Good serve once again. Back row there, Hooker. Back to her. She'll tap it up and over. Back row for Riverside now. Up and over. Once again, Delaney Sturgeon with the strike. It falls off of number 14, Delana Fox. Point for the Wolverines.
Now 8-6. And we got Delaney's going to be serving for the Wolverines, number 21.
Get a point, you get rewarded. You will serve.
Here's the jump serve.
Line drive serve. Nice serve by Sturgeon. Wow. Riverside does get it up and over. Set up for Donley. She'll come cross court through the rafters. Still in play. Punched up and over. Right back at her. Number 18, Susie Bishop, tried to get it over, but right
carried
back
by the Panthers. Point for the Wolverines.
Yep. So that'll make the score 9-6.
Delaney Sturgeon serving once again for the Wolverines.
Back spiral there, set up the front row. Up and over by number 6, does clear Kalen. Set up for Claire Noble, she'll strike it home this time. It's good, 10-6.
All right, here's another serve by Delaney. Jump serve.
Line drive serve, back row out of bounds.
Over
and
to
the
point. Scorer's table.
Yep, and a point for the Wolverines. Serving and front row striking so far for the Wolverines coming through.
Timeout, Riverside.
So we'll take a timeout with Riverside and Ellwood. EC leading 11-6. All right, folks, welcome back to Lincoln High School Big Gym. On your screen now are the standings updated here with these non-conference matchups and games. Ellwood City 2-0, Beaver Falls, Laurel both 0-1, Beaver 0-2, Riverside 0-3. So there's your updated standings, with this being the first conference matchup for both teams.
Served by Delaney, line drive.
Ellwood does get it up and over.
Gets
Donley
tapped over by number 24.
Yeah, Alyssa Donley does get it up and over, and it falls in play, so point for the Wolverines.
Doubled up on the Panthers now, 12-6.
Sturgeon once again with the serve. Nice high arcing serve. It falls.
It was in.
Ace.
Point for the Wolverines.
So Delaney here on fire to start this one, as well as that front row for the Wolverines. Good hard contact.
All right, here's the serve.
Arcing serve, hole, and she saw it. Delaney called that one perfectly. A big gap in the middle of the court. Sometimes you strike it real hard. Sometimes you lob it in. It falls. 14-6 now.
Jump serve.
Hard contact. Still in play by Riverside. Up and over, maybe. Nope,
No.
It falls. Point for the Wolverines. A good attempt and scramble there by number 33, Elliot Hardy, and number 5 on that far side. But point to the Wolverines.
Here's the serve.
Good serve once again. It falls for an ace. Point Wolverines, and all of a sudden 10 points or so. And now you got a 10-point lead. So picking up where they left off in the JV level as well. Delaney with the serve once again. Line drive off the net. Back row scramble. This time Riverside get it over, but Claire Noble taps it down on that front row. It's now 17-6. Wolverines on a point streak here.
Here comes the jump serve by Delaney.
Good serve once again, out of bounds. Point Wolverines. It's now 18-6. The serving is on fire. And you can hear it from the bench. Nice serving by Delaney Sturgeon. And again, that front line, Claire Noble, Donley, and Hooker. And so far, Wolverines have taken advantage. Folks, you can catch this live stream as well as our others, just like last night, football and everything since 2016 on our website, www.ecwolverines.com. You can also check us out on our YouTube page. Type in Ellwood City Wolverines. Subscribe. That way you get notified about a couple things.
Hit the bell.
Yep, hit the bell. Keep that notification turned on. You will be notified every time we go live. We also do a lot on our website. We run a blog. We will be updating the blog this weekend. Well, in this case, I will be updating it after these matches. A lot of events going on, and we like pushing that out there and getting that out there so everybody knows about Ellwood City sports.
So, important thing there, Riverside took timeout. By the scoreboard, it looks like their last timeout.
Yeah.
Looks like you only get 2. That one's out of bounds, point for Riverside.
And sometimes, we said it even this morning, coming out of the timeout, the team who serves has not gotten the point, and that continues once again.
Jump serve.
It falls for an
by
ace.
Number 5.
Number 5, Madeline Prestia. And 2 points in a row for Riverside. I think the timeouts, I think you get 2 per set, but I could be wrong. I think it's 2 per set.
That's what I'm guessing also, but I'm waiting till the second set to see.
Served by Prestia, back row Rosansky. Good scramble by Lucarelli. Rosansky's got to get it over. It is over, but out of play. So 18-9, and all of a sudden Riverside's got 3 points in a row.
Jump serve.
Contact there, back row by Hooker, right back to the wall, punched up by Claire. She gets it up and over. Wolverines scramble by Hooker. It's up and over by Delaney Sturgeon. Riverside now tapped down, unfortunately off of Delana Fox. So a very good play by Morgan Hooker, Delaney Sturgeon, and Claire Noble. All 3 of them. Those are the 3 that we talked about kind of leading the way. It's 19-9.
Donley now will be serving for the Wolverines. You saw the Wolverines bench there all pick up their legs. They didn't hit.
Good contact by Donley, set up by the Riverside Panthers. Good strike there, front row. Claire Noble will get it back over. Back row now for Riverside. They'll set it up here, punched up and over. Back and forth rally here. Rosansky, now the back row for Riverside. Tapped up and over by number 6, Kaylin. Lucarelli sets it up for Claire Noble, and she'll strike it down.
19-9 now for the Wolverines.
That is the 3rd or 4th time Claire has done that. And great setup by number 20, Ava Lucarelli. Have a day, Wolverines, 20-9.
Donley now with the serve.
Good strike off the net. It will fall, 21-9, Wolverines.
So you played to 25, you have to win by 2. And for Varsity, it's best of 5 sets.
Yes, sir. Served by Donley. Nice play there by Riverside, setting it up once again. Up and over by Kaylin. I think they're going to say net violation.
Net play on number 20 for the Wolverines, so that's a point for the Panthers. Now 10-21. And we got a rotation here. Number 7 coming in for number 18.
So number 7 being Brooke Doherty, the junior, 5'5".
And she will serve.
So it'll be a standing line drive. Oh, she'll jump serve. Good serve there. Back row hooker to Sturgeon. Very far scramble. Hooker had the idea, but unfortunately just too far back. Point for Riverside.
Now 11-21. Number 7 serving once again for the Panthers.
Fortunately, this time doesn't get it over the net. Point for the Wolverines.
That's an interesting jump serve.
It is, yep.
Not a run-up serve. It's just a jump serve. All right, so now we got number 20, Lucarelli.
Checking in is number 18, Susie Bishop.
Is 20 Lucarelli for us?
Yep. So
She's
Lucarelli
serving.
serves a little too far. Point Riverside. So Riverside hanging around here just a little bit.
Looks like number 6 for Riverside is going to be serving now.
So Sarah Kalin, here's the serve, line drive, back row,
It's
too
out.
hard. And now it's 23-12 Wolverines. Just 2 points away from a first set win.
Claire Noble now with the serve for the Wolverines.
Line drive, pocket hole there, shot. Riverside
To the
does
rafters.
get it up, but now it's
And sticking
stuck.
in the rafters.
This is a first. This is a first. I've never seen this before.
Our officials looking back to see if it's going to fall on our student section or not.
Well, that's the problem. It's stuck up there, so they got to be careful if it falls and gets into play. Claire Noble with the serve here to possibly win the set. It falls. Point. Nope, they're going to say net violation, I think.
On number 20, it looks like.
No, 21. They're going to have it on Delaney. So net violation. So the point will go to Riverside.
So 13-24. Still opportunity for set point.
I'm
for
still fixed on that ball up in the
Wolverines.
rafter. Set up by Luke Raleigh. She'll tap it up and over the wall. It falls.
And that is our first set for the varsity matchup. Wolverines win 25-13 and take 1-0 in the series. Is that what we want to
They
call
take
it?
the 1-0 lead. We'll call it 1-0 lead in this matchup. So we'll take a break with them. Ellwood. People are going to have
Ellwood
my
up
name after that one.
1-0.
Yeah, Ellwood City's up 1-0. We'll take a short little break. We'll bring you second set action here from Lincoln High School Big Gym. All right, folks, welcome back here to Lincoln High School Big Gym. We want to give a shout-out to one of our new sponsors. That's Huffnagel and Majors Trailer and RV sales. Just up the route there. I believe it's on Route 19 up the road. They contacted us, said, hey, what can we do to get on your stream for advertisement? all we ask you to do is do a donation to whatever booster you like, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, soccer, this or that. We want you to make a donation. We are a nonprofit organization, so we don't take any money. They hand us a check. We'll give it right to the boosters. There you go. That's all we want. So thanks to Huffnagel and Majors for joining the crew here. So that first set, pretty straightforward for Ellwood. Got to give credit to the front line and the serving once again. Good contact, strong contact. We haven't seen that on Wednesday as clean. Today it looks like they're ready to go. They're geared up for this one. So
looks like number 6 is going to be serving for the Panthers to start off the second set.
Okay, so Riverside will be serving. Again, number 6, Sarah Kalin.
Here's the serve.
As the Wolverines are up 1-0. Up off the wall there, set up, tapped over by Claire Noble. Riverside turn, tapped up over the wall. It will fall. Good strike by number 18, Susie Bishop. The Panthers will start off up 1-0. So once again, number 6, Sarah Kalin. Junior, 5'5" serving. Back row, Delaney will hit it through the rafters there. Set up once again for Hooker. Good strike. Off the rafters, it falls. Caught number 33, Hardy, off guard, and that will even up the score 1-1.
Number 20, Lucarelli, now serving for the Wolverines.
Ava once again, one of the freshmen on the team. Back row scramble here by Riverside. Bishop will get it up and over.
Donley.
Good strike by Donley. Set up for Hooker. Up and over the wall. It falls.
That was a nice little lob there to no man's land for Hooker.
Yep. Sometimes you strike real hard at the front row. You catch them off guard by lobbing it. Good strike there once again by Lucarelli. Riverside will set it up here. Pushed over by Bishop. Now Ellwood's turn. Claire Noble once again finding the hole. Good attempt by Hardy. Just scrambled. Unfortunately, got stuck
And
kind of on her face. It just is what it is.
They call it a carry.
Yep.
So that's 3-1 in favor of Ellwood.
Yep. So Wolverines
Here's
serving.
Serve.
Back row once again. Tapped over this time by Hardy. Back to sender by number 12, Claire Noble. And the Wolverines picking up where they left off first set, now 4-1. Lucarelli once again, far side this time. Hits the net, still in play, got it over.
Out of bounds.
But out of bounds around the outside edge of that red and white post. So once again, freshman Lucarelli serving. Contact there, set up once again by Bishop. Back row,
It's out.
far. And the Wolverines in cruise control, now 6-1. Good serve once again, back row. Riverside sets it up. This time Hardy gets it up and over. She finds the pocket hole. It falls 6-2 now. Riverside with the point.
And looks like we have a rotation. Number 11 coming in for number 7.
It's number 11, Isabella White, another freshman. Again, Riverside has, I believe, 15 freshmen on this team.
Number 11 with the serve.
Good serve, back row, set up by Delaney. Up for Claire. I think they're going to give it credit. It's a little bit of a punch. That was very, very, very close to a carry. Very close.
Served by Claire Noble now.
High serve there, front row, set up by Riverside. Bishop will hit it. It goes into the net. Point for the Wolverines, now 8-2.
Here's the serve. Jump serve.
Good serve once again. Front row, this time Hardy up and over. Claire will set it up. Lucarelli for Delaney. She'll just punch it up and over. Front row once again. Hardy tapped up. Set up by Delaney. Now Lucarelli. Back scramble here. Donley. She'll get it up and over. Good play by Alyssa. Front row. Hardy once again. Back to sender by Delaney.
But
just out of bounds.
Out of bounds. So point for the Riverside Panthers. Now 3 serving 8. And looks like number 18 will be serving. Here's the serve.
Good serve there by Riverside. Scrambled by Ellwood. Tapped up and over. Set up once again this time. Tapped over by Rosansky, one of the front runners. Backside Donnelly, punched up and over by Delaney. Still scrambling back and forth. Front row, it won't go over. Point for the Wolverines.
Now 9-3, tripled up on the Panthers. Rosansky will get the serve this time for the Wolverines.
Kira, junior, 5'3". Good back rows set up here. Riverside scrambling, got an opportunity. Nice tap over. I'll give credit. Number 14, Delana Fox with a good contact. I think they're going to say
they
net
called
play.
net play on number 21, Delaney Sturgeon. So that's a point for the Riverside Panthers.
Tell you what, folks, Riverside's got a couple players in that front line there. They can hit as well.
Number 33 now with the serve.
Hardy with the serve. Front row gets back over by Riverside. It falls off of Wolverines. It's now 9-5. So once Riverside gets the ball and the opportunity to serve, they're not doing too bad. They just got to break Ellwood's serve. Lob serve off of Claire Noble. Point for Riverside. And just like that, 3 points in a row. Once again, number 33, Elliott Hardy. Good serve there. Arc serve. Luke Riley will just tap it over no man's land. Punched around. Riverside keeps it. Ooh, what are they going to say here? They're going to say double touch.
Hit on Riverside. Point for the Wolverines.
It was a good opportunity, but unfortunately double tap or double touch makes it 10-6.
Now number 13, Morgan Hooker with the serve.
Line drive serve. Good save there by Riverside. Tap back over by Hooker. Set up this time. Good strike by number 6, Sarah Kalin, but out of bounds.
Point for the Wolverines, now 11-6. Here's the serve.
Good strike by Hooker. Back row there off the libero through the rafters. Set up punch there by number 14, Fox. This time set up for Delaney. She's going to have to scramble. And how about that? Nice play between Luke Corelli and Delaney. Finds the hole. It's now 12-6. Yeah, everybody kind of ventured forward on the court, and there was a pocket hole in the backside.
Here's a serve by Morgan Hooker.
Good serve.
Ooh.
That's going to go out of bounds. That's a crazy.
That was a nice dig by Riverside.
It was a good dig by Hardy, just that far. Wow, that's crazy. That means that serve had a little bit of juice to it.
Here's the serve.
Line drive once again. This time set up back to Hooker. To Lucarelli. Up 4. Delaney. She'll strike it home. And I think they're going to say net play on Delaney. No.
Net play on
My
number
apologies.
40.
Yeah.
And point for the Wolverines.
My apologies. Usually net play is going to be on the team that's hitting it over, but not this time. Set up by Riverside. Front row punched over by Fox. Set up by Rosansky. Now Lucarelli over to Donnelly. She'll swing. She gets it over cross court, but out of bounds.
I don't see a number 40, though, so I'm not sure who had the net play.
I wonder if it was 14. I bet it was 14. Right. It just you maybe missed the one.
So we had a rotation.
Yep.
Jenna Miller came in for Morgan Hooker.
And Brooke Doherty, number 7, comes in for Riverside.
Serving is number 5.
By Prestia, set up by the Wolverines. Donnelly swings this time. Good contact. Good hit by Hardy because that was going to fall in.
To the libero.
Contact into the net by number 5, Prestia. The point will go to the Wolverines.
Now 15-7. And number 21, Delaney Sturgeon, will get her turn at serving.
Let's see if she can do what she did in that
first
set. Nope.
A little too far.
Delaney was on fire in that first set there, having a streak of, I think, 8 or 9 points in a row off of her serve. But
number
not
14 is going to be serving, and we had number 18 come in for the libero.
Fox set up there by Delaney. Swing and a miss by Lucarelli. Just unfortunate communication there. Point for Riverside.
Fox with the serve once again.
High arcing serve.
And it's out. Point for the Wolverines.
She's got a deep serve there, and she starts pretty far back as well.
Number 24, Donnelly.
Yep. So Alyssa Donnelly here.
with the serve for the Wolverines.
One of the two seniors. Nice serve there by Donnelly. It will go into the net. Point for the Wolverines. Now 17-9. We said it, folks. Serving will be a key factor for the Wolverines, and it has paid off so far.
Here's the serve by Donnelly.
Line drive. A little low off of number 14, Fox. Point for the Wolverines.
18-9 now. Served by Donnelly.
Line drive serve, back corner there, set up by Fox, tapped up by Bishop. Number 7, Doherty will get it over. Now set up for Claire Noble. She'll strike it home. Nice contact for Noble. It's now 19-9.
Libero's coming back in, and number 14 going out for the Panthers.
Libero for Riverside Panthers is number 2, Laura George.
Donnelly with the serve.
Line drive. Back over to the Wolverine side. Set up by Delaney at the wall. Luke Riley will tap it up and over. It falls. Point Wolverines.
Here's the serve.
Good serve by Donnelly. Back row to the net. Out of play. Point for the Wolverines. And it's now 21-9 in favor of Ellwood City. I think we're going to have a substitution here. Number 7, Elsie Sturgeon's going to come in for number 11, Rozansky. There we go. So a little sub out, switch it up. Donnelly with the serve. Line drive, back row for Riverside. Set up here. Number 7, Doherty does get it over. Lucarelli up for Claire Noble. She'll strike it home off of Hardy. Point for the Wolverines.
22-9 now in favor of the Wolverines.
So Alyssa Donnelly in this set dominating off the serve.
Here's the serve.
And
Into the net. That's why I wasn't saying anything, because we're good at that.
We are very, very good at it, especially volleyball. So Delaney serving really, really good in the first set. Alyssa Donnelly in the second set for the Wolverines.
Number 6 now serving for the Panthers.
Kaylin with the serve. Back row there. Miller taps it up and over to Riverside side. At the wall, Hardy will punch it up and over. Elsie makes a great play for the Wolverines. Tapped over by Noble. Still in play. Back off the opposite side. Tapped over by Bishop. Now to Lucarelli up for Noble. She'll strike it off of Libero, out of play. So Claire Noble picking up where she left off, hitting real hard at the front line. Substitution once again. Morgan Hooker will come in for Genovesa Miller.
Lucarelli now serving for the Wolverines.
Off the net, back over to the Wolverines side. Up by Lucarelli, and I think they're going to say carry or double hits.
Double hit on the Wolverines, so point for the Panthers.
Substitution, I believe here. Number 11 is going to come in. That is Isabella White for number 7, Doherty.
And also number 14 came back in for the Libero.
Delana Fox.
Number
Serving.
11 serving.
Good strike by White. Line drive serve. Lucarelli will set it up here. Morgan Hooker will get it up and over. Now Riverside's turn. All the way over to Hardy. Off the wall. It will fall. Point for the Panthers. Now 23-12. It's unfortunate because the wall hit it, but unfortunately it just dropped straight down on their side. Once again, White with the serve here. Line drive. Set up by Donnelly. Up for Noble. Over to Hooker. She'll swing. Finds the gap in the hole there in the court. Point for the Wolverines.
Makes that now set point for the Wolverines, 24-12.
So Claire Noble will serve here. Back row. Set up by Riverside. Kept it short. Bishop has to scramble. It goes out of play.
And just like that, that's set number 2, 25-12. I believe close to the same as first set. So Wolverines now up 2-0.
Yep.
On
so
the match.
Wolverines will take the 2-0 lead here in terms of set. They're just one away from a set sweep of Riverside today. We'll take a little bit of break. We'll bring you third set action here from Lincoln High School Big Gym. All right, folks, welcome back to Ellwood City, Pennsylvania, as the Rivell Cup matchup here between Riverside and Ellwood City continues on. Wolverines defeated Riverside in that set, 25-12. They'll take the 2-0 lead here. They're looking to close out. On the flip side, Riverside, you know what you got to do now. You got to win 3 sets in a row for the victory. Looking at the substitutions here, rotation looks like we got good on Riverside side. Checking the rotation now on Ellwood.
Looks like Lucarelli will be serving for the
right.
Wolverines to start off this third set.
The freshman Ava Lucarelli, and there's the whistle. Line drive serve right off the bat. Out of play off of Hardy, and that makes the score 1-0. So give credit to
serve into the net.
Yep.
Now a point for Riverside. Tied up 1-1. And we have a substitution here. Number 11 coming in for number 7.
So 11 coming in is Isabella White. She'll most likely serve.
She is.
Offense for defense is switched there. White
Here's
with the
the
serve.
serve.
Line drive, back row, set up by Sturgeon. Now by Noble. Over to Hooker. She'll get it up and over. Finds the hole. It falls. 2-1 Wolverines.
And Claire Noble, number 12, will be serving for the Wolverines. There we go.
Line drive there. Back row, back over to Donnelly. Set up for Lucarelli, up for Sturgeon. She'll find the gap in the hole there on the right side. It's now 3-1 Wolverines. Give credit. We talked about the serving in that front row. Now they're starting to find the holes. And that's the extra element that we see in volleyball.
Serve from Noble.
Back over to Donnelly once again, almost like a carbon copy. Now over to Hooker. It is played off, doesn't hit the rafter, got it through. Up by Rosansky. Now over to Lucarelli. She'll tap it up and over the wall. Hardy with the scramble. On the far side. Nice contact and swing by number 6. That is Sarah Kalin off of Donnelly out of bounds. Points for Riverside.
Now looks like number 6 going to be serving for Riverside.
So Sarah Kalin once again on that first point there. Over to Noble, up by Lucarelli, over to Hooker. She'll tap it up and over the wall. I think they're going to say
but
out of bounds.
Point for the Panthers. Now 3-3. Here's the serve.
Line drive back row. Noble up for Lucarelli. Over to Hooker. She'll make the scramble. Over to Riverside this time. All the way over to Harding. I think they're going to say double hit there. Yep.
Double tap on Riverside. Point for the Wolverines. Looks like number 11, Rosansky, now will be serving for the Wolverines.
4-3 lead for the Wolverines. 2 sets to none. Line drive serve. Good serve. Back row at the wall. Tap back and forth. Delaney will make the play. It's still in play, but I think they're going to say carry. Yep.
Carry on the Wolverines. Point for the Panthers. Now 4-all.
It's very tough to not carry to hit the ball when it hits off the net. It's very, very hard.
Number 18 going to be serving for Riverside.
Susie Bishop with the serve. Curls just out of play. Point for the Wolverines.
Now number 13, Morgan Hooker, going to be serving for the Wolverines.
There's her serve. Fortunately into the net. And that'll make it even once again, 5-5.
Definitely different feel to this third set here, Brad.
Yeah, a little bit more back and forth. We haven't seen a team go on a run just yet.
Number 33 serving for Riverside.
Good serve by Hardy. Hooker back up. Scramble here. Sturgeon will get it up and over. Back row Hardy. Set up that front section there now. Tapped over by Fox. Back to Lucarelli. Over to Donnelly. She'll swing off the front row. I think they're going to say off of... Okay, yeah. So it hit off the rafters there. So technically,
hit off the rafters and went over.
Right. So 6-5 Riverside. Only the second time they've led in this one. Set up for Hooker. Tapped over by Noble. Back row there. Back to the front row. Tapped up by Fox. Nice play by Fox. Scramble on Riverside's side. They do get it up and over by Kalen. Tapped over by Lucarelli. Harding will make the play. I think they're going to say net violation by Riverside, I believe.
Yep.
So point for the Wolverines. We're even once again.
Number 14 again on that violation. And we have Delaney Sturgeon, 21, with the jump serve. Into the net.
Yep, hard
Point
serve.
For Panthers.
Hard serve, but a little bit low. Ellwood serving this third period kind of a little bit sloppy to start with.
Number 5 with the jump serve for the Panthers.
Set up by Delaney. Over to Lucarelli. Up for Rosansky. Gets it up and over. Hardy. Front row. Tapped over by Fox. Back to Delaney. This time, Claire Noble strike. It goes off of the net and out of play. The wall did not touch it. So it's 8-6 now, Riverside.
So number 5 serving once again for Riverside.
Good serve there once again by Prestia. Hit over by Donnelly into the net this time, and all of a sudden the Panthers now 9-6. And this is something that we saw a little bit when Ellwood traveled to Southside. They got a lead and they got a finish.
Here's the jump serve.
Prestia with the serve. Up by Hooker, up and over the wall. Tap back over once again by Sturgeon.
Out of bounds.
But they're going to say out of bounds.
For the Panthers. Now 10-6 or 9-6?
Yep, 10-6 now.
I was looking before they changed.
Riverside with a run. Prestia once again. Sturgeon up at the wall. It gets back over. Sturgeon's set it up. Lucarelli over to Donnelly. She'll hit it up and over. Front row this time. Swing there off of the net by number 11, Isabel White. Point for the Wolverines.
Now 7-10. Looks like Donnelly will be serving. And we have a rotation. Number 7 coming in and 11 going out for Riverside.
So Doherty back in for Riverside. Donnelly with the serve. Line drive, back row there, back to the Wolverine side. Set up for Lucarelli, all the way over to no man's land. Claire Noble does get it up and over. Riverside now at the front row, swing and a miss, and the point will go to the Wolverines. Again, folks, a little bit of a sloppy play here by both teams. Third set, not what we saw in the first two.
Donnelly with the serve.
Rivera with play there off the rafters, still in play. Set up, hit over by Fox into the nets. Point for the Wolverines, though. So now it's Riverside kind of playing sloppy on the defensive end.
Donnelly with the serve.
Line drive to Hardy, back over to Wolverines. Hooker, up for Lucarelli. Set up for Noble. She'll tap it up and over the wall. It falls. Nice look there by Lucarelli and Noble. And now it's 10-10, and we get a timeout Riverside.
And it looks like it is 2 per
Yep.
set.
So timeout Riverside, even 10-10. We'll take a break with them. Wolverines up 2-0. All right, folks, welcome back here to Lincoln High School Big Gym. A little bit of an assist there by our athletic trainer, Justin there.
Travis.
Or sorry, Travis. Why am I got Justin stuck in my head again? I keep thinking of the previous. Travis with an assist
We
there.
were talking about Justin last night.
We were just talking about
That's
last
why.
night, yeah. Travis with the assist. There was a little bit of some water and sweat on the court. He brought over the towel, and we're good to go.
10-all, served by Donley.
Yep, good serve by Donnelly, out of bounds. Hey, that's the first time we've seen it in 2 matches. Somebody coming out of the timeout with the serve and getting a point. How about that? So now 11-10, Wolverines with the lead. Donnelly doing pretty good, picking up where she left off the second set. And I jinxed her. Back to even, 11 apiece. I should just stop talking before serves.
All right, so we had a rotation there. Number 18 comes in for the libero.
Yep, libero can sub in, sub out. No, there's no actual rotation on that one. So
Number 14 with the serve.
Set up here for the Wolverines. Delaney Sturgeon back over to the Riverside side, up through the rafters. Back to Riverside again. Scramble here, gonna be hit over by Bishop. It falls. Nice play by Susie Bishop off the net. It falls. Point for Riverside.
Server's got to run for the ball.
Yep. So serving will be number 14, Delana Fox, sophomore, 5'4". Line drive serve. Good serve. Back row. Set up by Lucarelli. Hit by Rosansky through the rafters. This is not going to make it. Yep. And that's going to be a point for the Wolverines.
Counts as out of bounds. Point for Wolverines now. 12-all once again.
I think they're trying to get a second ball up there. We may run out of balls before the end of the day. Doubtful, but possible.
Lucarelli with the serve.
Good serve there. Back row set up by Riverside. Not much communication and movement. And the point will go to the Wolverines. Kind of saw that the Panthers were kind of still moving a little bit, so they got to be ready a little bit faster.
Lucarelli with the serve once again.
Line drive. Back row. It falls for an ace. Now, first time Wolverines get a 2-point lead, 14-12.
Lucarelli with the serve.
Line drive again. Almost an ace once again off the wall. Nice scramble up by Doherty. Up by Lucarelli now for the Wolverines. Tapped over by Hooker. It's going to fall. Point for the Wolverines. Now 15-12. This could be a big serve here. Kind of feel like this. It's going one way here. Good serve over, out of play. It's going to be a point for the Wolverines. And now 16-12. Looks like the Wolverines starting to slowly pull away in this third set.
Here's a serve by Lucarelli.
Back row up high off the libero. Set up. I think they're going to say a double hit there by number 5. Prestia, point for the Wolverines. Lucarelli once again, line drive, back row, set up by Hardy, up and over. Claire Noble with the strike. Have a day, Claire Noble on the back row. It falls. Now 18-12 Wolverines. Maybe they got that noon nap in, or 1 o'clock nap in, all of a sudden. They come out of nowhere. 18-12 Wolverines. Line drive. It falls for an ace. It's now 19-12.
A little miscommunication there.
Yeah.
Both of them trying to go for it, and neither pulled the trigger.
All right. Substitution number 11 coming in. Isabel White. Defensive play there for Riverside.
Lucarelli with the serve, 19-12.
High arcing this time. Back row. Libero gets it up. Over to White. All the way over to no man's land. It falls. 20-12 now Wolverines. So 8-point lead by the Wolverines. Back row. Libero back over to Delaney Sturgeon. Set up for Lucarelli. She sets up Noble, who taps it over the wall. It falls. And all of a sudden,
21-12.
what is this, like 11 points in a row now by the Wolverines?
Lucarelli
21-12. It's up over the net. It's still in play. And it's going to go to the official, and it's out of bounds. It's now 22-12.
His only reaction is just a catch. That's all.
Right. And no matter what, some people may say something about it was already passed. So it doesn't matter. It's out of play. It's out of bounds.
Here's the serve. Into the net. Point for the Panthers, now 13, serving 22.
But give credit to number 20, Lucarelli. They even went on a streak there of at least 9 to 10 points.
Number 11 with the serve.
Up by Donnelly. To Lucarelli. Turnaround by Noble. Still in play. Good scramble by Riverside, but it doesn't get over the net, and it's now 23-13.
Claire Noble now get a chance to serve in this third set. Jump serve.
Back row for Riverside at the wall. Tapped up and over. It's still playable off the rafters. Up and over by, I believe, number 5, Prestia, but out of bounds.
Now we have an opportunity for set and match point. Serving is number 12, Claire Noble.
High arcing serve off the wall. It still gets up and over. Back to Riverside. Over to Noble. Up to Lucarelli for Hooker. Swing off the net. Still in play. Oh, and that will fall on Riverside's side.
And just like that, a sweep by the Ellwood City Wolverines, winning the third set, 25-13.
So the Wolverines will get that third set and the victory, the second time this year that the Wolverines will win in straight sets. They will go to 3-0, 1-0 in conference play. The Riverside Panthers, not a bad battle. Listen, folks, they're young. They're a brand-new team this year for us and in general, so good battle. There's some things for them to build off of. They will fall to 0-4, 0-1 in conference play, but, hey, great matchup here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon inside the big gym. So there is that. So we'll have all the stats, results, and standings and everything on our website, www.ecwolverines.com. We're going to have a write-up for the football game. If you missed that, you can catch us with those replays and this one as well on our YouTube page. If you type in Ellwood City Wolverines, go there, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and you will be notified when we go live. Our next event, I believe, will be this upcoming Wednesday. Monday, there's no events for the Ellwood Sports because it's a holiday. Tuesday, there's a couple matches away, I believe. And then Wednesday, we will most likely be back at Union for the middle school football game. We'll check in. We'll try to get everything schedule-wise for
Is it
next
still
week.
Allen, head coach for Marsh for middle school?
He's not head coach, but he's one of the coaches, yes. So we'll have all that information about the middle school team, and we'll chime in. Check us out for the schedule update. Probably Sunday or Monday, we'll post that information of where we are going to be. All right, folks, so final score here from Lincoln High School Big Gym, 3-0 victory for the Wolverines. They will go to 3-0. On behalf of Dakota Marshall, and I know Thad Sturgeon is at home picking ears of corn still. I know they're selling like crazy. Definitely check them out at their farm out there as well. On behalf of Thad Sturgeon and myself, Brad Windhorse, and Ellwood City Sports, I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. We'll catch you next week at middle school football. Good night, folks.